Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dory. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on September 12th, 2016 with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. My surgery weight was 300.5. The last time I came to you was on Monday, I think the 14th, it could have been. I think it was a week ago this past Monday. So today is Wednesday, so 9 days ago. So at that point, I had shared a lot of different things with you guys on what I was eating, the prepping, the portioning, and everything was going great, and I was down to 172. I'm going to try to make this video as short as I can, but from then until now, things have been a bit crazy with my health and with things that I have found out. So if you remember the last time I spoke with you, I had an episode that I needed to be taken by an ambulance to the emergency room. I thought I was having a stroke. I had a lot of the same symptoms as that of a stroke. I had slurred speech. I had tingling in my right hand, my tongue. My memory was not good at all. I could not talk as fast as I normally do, which is how I'm talking now. I could not talk fast. I had to talk really slow. So from that came a diagnosis of a complicated migraine/migraine with aura. And what that means is that aura just means that it's something that happens to me before I get the onset of a migraine. It could be hours, it could be days. But it kind of tips me off that I'm going to get a migraine. Now, with these migraines, I do not have any pain. So I don't have anything, like I don't feel the pain, so I don't medicate myself with a migraine medication or acetaminophen or anything like that. And so that was on the 9th and the 10th that I went in. They saw that on the MRI. That's how they knew I was having one. And at the same time, I actually had sinusitis behind here, a lot of fluid buildup, some sinus issues, and therefore they put me on 875 milligrams of amoxicillin for 10 days, twice a day for 10 days. So fast forward now until last Monday, not 2 days ago, but the Monday before that when I came to you guys on my last update. That afternoon, everything seemed fine. There was no issues. And then about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I started developing very, very bad stomach pains. So I looked down and I had kind of a bulge on my stomach area, a little bit above my belly button on my right-hand side. And so I'm thinking, what on earth could this be? Now, a week and a half before this, I had went to the gym and I worked on my abs a lot. I did planks, I did 50 sit-ups, I don't know what it's called. You lay back, you take a ball and you go side to side. And in any event, I knew I had, my ab muscles were really worked. But I didn't think anything of it. And so when I got this pain, I started Googling things, and it was kind of weird. I couldn't press on my stomach at all, especially near the belly button area. I could hardly walk. Excuse me. The pain, from a pain scale of 1 to 10, it was a 12. And I am a high pain tolerance person. I can go through a lot of pain, hence having 6 children naturally. So anyhow, so when I had this pain, I knew something was wrong. So I Googled and I found that I fit the criteria for a hernia. So, of course, my husband, still being away with the military, any kind of, health scare / possible surgery is like, freaks me out. And so I, let him know that I was in a lot of pain on Monday. Tuesday, I called my doctor and I said, I need to get in immediately. This is not normal. I think I have a hernia. I think I'm going to need surgery. I need to get in there. And so I got in there, I explained to him about going to the gym, excuse me, about I hadn't seen my primary care from the hospital visit for the migraines yet. That was on Tuesday. I was talking to him, and I had a scheduled appointment on Friday to talk about the whole thing with the ambulance ride and all that migraine stuff. So I quickly filled him in and then told him about working out. And so he had me lay down. He took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was fine. He had me lay down. He started pushing on my stomach. It was excruciating. He had me cough and do different things that would indicate whether or not I had a hernia. Thank God I do not have a hernia. I actually tore my abdominal muscle and strained it so bad that it formed like, it was trying to heal itself, and so it got swollen, and so that's where the bulge came from. My stomach still from then is very big. I could pass for being pregnant. And so it's all really my body healing itself. So that was on Tuesday, a week ago yesterday. And he prescribed me, at first he told me he would just give me, that I should take ibuprofen for the swelling and pain. I told him I needed something stronger. I could not deal with this pain more and more. And so he gave me something called meloxicam. It is an anti-inflammatory and a pain medication that is non-steroid. So during this time, I have to say I could feel like my body just swollen, and I weighed myself, and that 172 quickly turned to 180. And so it was about an 8-pound gain of just, I don't know what it is. Swelling, my body trying to fight off the injury, trying to heal itself, the amoxicillin that I was on, such a high amount for such a long period of time. I think it all has to do with it. I also am constipated, which I know is a side effect of meloxicam, and it also can be a side effect, I believe, of amoxicillin. And so for the last 9 days, it has been a whirlwind. Now, on top of that, just trying to figure out this whole thing with the migraine situation has me nervous. A couple of days after when I left the hospital, I don't know when this is going to happen. Like, I don't know when I'm going to lose my train of thought. I don't know when I'm going to, let me just move my camera so I can at least sit back a little. I don't know when I'm going to get disorientated. I don't know. I get a little bit of the aura. So yesterday actually happened. I was home with my kids. They had a 2-hour delay because of snow. But I had decided the day before that I would keep them home anyway. We had a lot of snow and ice, and the temperature was below zero. It was like, I don't know, minus 20 or something. And so I just thought I would keep them home anyways, rather than get them all bundled up to go to the bus and then me take one to school and pick them up in 2 hours. I just wasn't going to do that. So while I'm here, I kind of started feeling dizzy. So my warning aura, per se, is that I start getting a little dizzy, and my right hand gets a little tingly, and I sometimes wake up in the morning with a neck ache. And all of those things are indicative of getting a migraine, but of course I don't get the pain, so I don't know that I have it. Which honestly, if I could have it anyway, apparently, I would rather that, because I would not want to have the pain. And so I felt like that yesterday, and so I called my son, who is a pharmacy tech. He's 28, newly married. His wife is actually in her last year of pharmacy school, and so she will be a pharmacist. And so I called him just to have him on the phone with me, because my husband's gone. He's in Texas. I can't just call him. He's in school. And I didn't want to worry my mom, and I didn't want to call dispatch and talk to someone there and just keep him on the phone with me. So I decided to call my son. He could stay on the phone with me for about 10, 15 minutes and had to go back to work, but I called my mom, and she stayed on the phone with me and then ended up coming over. Nothing progressed of it, because I was able to identify that I was having this issue, and I instructed my 10-year-old to go into our medicine cabinet and find the Excedrin migraine. Which she did, and then she had to also give me a Prilosec. So because I've had weight loss surgery, especially the sleeve, I am going to always have to take a Prilosec if I take an NSAID. So we really are not supposed to take NSAIDs really at all. But there have been times that I have had to take an NSAID. I broke my tailbone. That was excruciatingly painful. I had to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen that the doctor gave me. I had to do certain things, but the one thing that they agree with, my surgeon for the weight loss surgery, the physician's assistant that works in his office, my primary care, my physician's assistant to my doctor, they all agree that if you have to take an NSAID for any period of time, as long as you take one Prilosec, you're fine. Nothing will happen over time. You won't develop an ulcer because the Prilosec will kind of act as a buffer. Obviously, this is not something that you would do if you just had a little simple headache. You would take acetaminophen. But because I have this condition now that I have no idea I had, and I broke my tailbone and I ripped apart my stomach muscle, I really don't have any choice of what I can take. And so the meloxicam is amazing, but it's an NSAID. So whatever. That's no here nor there. It helps. It takes away the pain. But the weird thing is that I was having this episode yesterday with the migraine issue, and the meloxicam you would think would do it because you're not supposed to take NSAIDs with those. But I feel like I'm at a catch-22 because if I don't take the Excedrin migraine, which contains caffeine and a baby aspirin or whatever, and then the pain medication, if I don't take that, I'm going to have a full-blown episode and sit here and, I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll lose my memory, and I have 4 kids to take care of, and whatever. And so I went yesterday to Rite Aid up the street, and I had to pick up more Prilosec. Oh, let me go back. When my 10-year-old daughter gave me the Excedrin migraine, it took it all away. So I was back to normal within like 20 minutes. And so I went down to Rite Aid to pick up more Prilosec, and while I was there are a couple of women there, a manager and another girl, who I've known for years and years of just going into my neighborhood Rite Aid. And I started telling them about the episode with the migraines. Well, sure enough, the girl who I've known for years gets them. The same thing that I have, except she has the ones that have the pain. And so she passes out. And so she was able to recommend, and I wrote it down here, something called amitriptyline is the name of the medication, amitriptyline. And basically that's what she takes every day to ward off migraines. So I'm going to ask my doctor about it. I have no idea if I'm a candidate for it. I have no idea what it is. I did text my daughter-in-law to ask her, since she's the pharmacist, and she said that works very well. And also another name for it, I think it begins with AK, but it ends with Taline, just like that one, works well. And so I'm going to ask my doctor about it because I feel like I'm always on pins and needles. Like, am I going to have an episode? Am I not going to have an episode? Like right now I'm home alone. The kids are in school. I went to Trader Joe's today, ran to the bank, ran around with my friend, came home, I ate. I feel fine now, but gosh, in 5 minutes, am I going to start feeling like I don't have a memory anymore? So that's a little bothersome, as well as just figuring out why, if I'm on the meloxicam for pain, am I still getting pain? And my stomach, just so you know, so my stomach is healing. I can't lift still, he told me, for 3 weeks. I can't go back to the gym to do any ab work. I can go on the treadmill if I want. I just haven't got there because of everything with the migraine and then this issue. And then on top of all this, I have like a sciatic nerve issue that decided it would like to come out now. And so when I sit a certain way, I have to move, and guys, I'm falling apart. My friend who I was just with, we go to church together, and her husband is also in the military, so she's a military wife, a lot longer than I have been, but she has told me that this happens to us. When our husbands are away, we like fall apart, and so I'm falling apart. So apparently I'm going to be falling apart until the middle of April when he comes home, which incidentally I did find out that he will be deployed. He won't see a war or anything like that, but he will be deployed more than I originally thought. But whatever, he's living his dream. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for our family. And so that's that. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys, actually, I'll say that for the end. That's like a bit of cute news. I didn't think it was cute at the time, but it's grown on me. So, fresh water. She believes she could, so she did. So, while I'm on the subject of my medical record care, yada yada, when I went in to the hospital on the 9th, January 9th, they pulled blood work, and so my blood work came back, and I need someone to interpret this for me, but I think that it's fine. From what I can find, it's fine. The only thing is, it's actually it's my cholesterol, and so keep in mind, whoever's going to tell me this, I'm hoping Michelle weighs in on this. But keep in mind that for the past month and a half, I have had daily shrimp. Raw, delicious, not raw, I didn't eat it raw, but I buy it raw and I cook it myself and take the shell off and everything, devein it. So I think that's why it seems like it's on the high side, but I don't think it is, but I don't know how to interpret it. So my hemoglobin A1C is 4.9, my LDL is 122, my HDL is 70, my triglycerides are 77, and my total cholesterol is 207. So I think they usually say they want under 200, but take into account that for the past almost, I guess, month and a half or so, I have had shrimp every day, and I know shellfish, raises your cholesterol, but I don't think it raises it too bad. I don't know, but I wanted to get that in there. And the other thing I'm doing, too, for my body to try to figure out this constipation thing and this healing of the injury thing is I started probiotics. So the day I stopped my antibiotics, which I think was last Sunday, I want to say Saturday or Sunday, I started on, it could have been Friday. In any event, I started on these Trader Joe's Woman's Formula probiotics. It's 1 pill per day. It says it's 2.5 billion CFUs per tablet. So I take one of these every day. It has also D. Manrose cranberry fruit juice concentrate, 250 milligrams, a proprietary probiotic blend, 150 milligrams, and then, I don't know, chicory root extract, 25 milligrams. So I started taking this, and I also started drinking kombucha. So I drink about 2 ounces to 4 ounces every day of kombucha. I went and bought some more at Whole Foods to keep me stocked. And so I'm just really trying hard to get this. And then I also bought new Trader Joe's Women Formula multivitamin. And I got this because I have not taken a multivitamin for quite some time. I just couldn't find the one that I liked. I wanted a pill that I could swallow, and I just couldn't find one. So hopefully these are good. It supports nail, hair, and skin. And then this is what's in it. I don't even know if you guys can even see that. Looks like you cannot. Let me see. Nope. I just turned it around. Yeah, I don't think that you're going to be able to see it. But anyways, 3 tablets. I could take 3 of these suckers. Turns my pee bright yellow. Vitamin A is 10,000 IUs. Vitamin C, 120 milligrams. Vitamin D3, 200 IUs. Vitamin E, 30 IUs. Thiamine, 10 milligrams. Riboflavin, 10. Niacin, 50 milligrams. Vitamin B6, 10 milligrams. Folic acid is 400 micrograms. Vitamin B12, 18 micrograms. Biotin, 400 micrograms. Panthelenic acid is 30 milligrams. Calcium, 30 milligrams. Iron, 6 milligrams. Phosphorus is 100 milligrams. Iodine from kelp is 225 micrograms. Magnesium is 150 milligrams. Zinc, 15 milligrams. Psyllium, 25 micrograms. And manganese, 10 milligrams. So that's what I'm taking. And then I also, in addition, do take a B12 plus through berry melts, and I take a biotin and a vitamin D3 because I live in the Northeast and we don't have a lot of sun here a lot. In the summer we do, but I don't really get outside a whole lot because I'm so light-skinned and I burn a lot. So that's really my update. It went over a little bit longer. I just really needed to let you guys know what was going on. The 172 went up to 180, and who knows what else is going to happen. So I decided I'm actually not weighing myself anymore until I feel like I'm probably going to wait a good 2 more weeks before I even step on the scale. And I am doing the Miralax in my water, and I've also started taking Colace again. So hopefully I'm able to go to the bathroom and hopefully able to continue to heal my muscles and not have any more episodes with the migraines. So praying for you guys, please pray for me. Those are the things that are of the most importance right now. And for the last bit of news, which at first I'm going to tell you I was not happy at all. I have an older son who's 28 and he just got married September 1st. She is 38. She is 10 years older. I don't know if they're ever going to have any children because of her age and because she really wants to concentrate on school. But in any event, my daughter below him, she's 24. She's not in the best situation with her boyfriend, but she is making me a Mimi. That's the name I've chosen. That's my grandma name because I'm too young to be a grandma. So I'm not going to be a Grammy or a granny or a grandma or a nana or anything else, a nona. I'm going to be a Mimi. So she is pregnant. She is due September 13th. We don't know what it is yet. She is excited, a little leery. I'm hoping they get married. I'm hoping that that she's going to be a great mom because I definitely have taught her a lot. I definitely do a lot of things for my children. I spoil them rotten in the way of love, not a lot of material things. And so I'm really hoping that things go well. But I'm going to go to all her appointments with her. She's invited me to go into the labor room. This is my forte. For you guys who don't know me, I've had 6 kids. I just have always loved fertility and getting pregnant and having babies and breastfeeding and skin to skin and holistic things and all of that. I own a company called Milk Boosters Lactation Cookies, which here's a pack right here. I made these yesterday. I'm going to deliver them to a friend of mine who had her twin girls yesterday at 27 weeks. So they're little teeny tiny girls, 2 girls. They're sweet as pie, but she needs to pump as much as she can while they are going to be in the NICU for quite some time. And so I am bringing her some cookies. I have 2 packs of cookies that I baked yesterday, Milk Boosters. And so anyhow, so this is my forte. So I will be there to help her and to navigate things with her, and I will be going to her appointments. If it's a boy, it's going to be Brady. We don't know a middle name yet. Definitely Brady, though, because her boyfriend loves the Patriots, Tom Brady, which I do too. Go Patriots! We're going to the Super Bowl. If it's a girl, I gave her some name suggestions, but I really love the name McKenna. It's not too popular, and I think it's beautiful. McKenna Rose is beautiful. As far as a middle name for Brady, I'm hoping she does Christopher because her dad's name is Christopher. Her brother's middle name is Christopher. My husband is Christopher, and her boyfriend's stepdad is also Christopher. So both their stepdads are Christopher. Her dad is middle name Christopher, and my son is middle name is Christopher. So Brady Christopher is good in my book, but it's not up to me. I'm just Mimi. I can't wait to hold the little stinker. But anyway, so that's that. I'm going to be a Mimi because I'm too cool and too young to be a granny. All right, guys. I love you all. I hope you guys have a good day. I love you, Cookie Lou. Get some nice weather there in Arizona for me. And Kristen, I love you. Joni, all you guys, and I miss you. Lisa, Mini-Me in Tennessee. Hot Southern Mess, we miss you. Make a video. Let us know you're safe, 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 safe. It's been 2 months, 2 months. 2 months too long. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you soon.